Alright, welcome to my playthrough of Batman Arkham Asylum, part 1 of the Batman Arkham trilogy created by a game studio called Rocksteady. Now, this is a really interesting game primarily for its voice acting talent, as well as just the fact that it's just a really good game. What Rocksteady did is they actually went and found a really prolific voice actor from all of the Batman cartoons and TV shows and everything like that, and hired the voice actor, like the most prolific voice actor for each specific character to play that character in this game. So, for example, Kevin Conroy plays the voice of Batman because he is the most prolific of the Batman voice actors. Or one of the most prolific of the Batman voice actors. Now, it's never universally accepted who's the best, right? With the possible exception of the Joker. They got Mark Hamill to do the Joker. This game was actually going to be Mark Hamill's very last portrayal of the Joker. He was going to retire from ever playing the Joker ever again after this game until he found out about the sequel, part 2 of the trilogy, and so he signed on for that as well. This is a really interesting game. It's a third-person Batman game that really actually is probably one of the best games ever, at least so far, to properly balance stealth and action elements. There are lots of ways you can address a situation using stealth, or there are ways you can go in and use your fists and martial arts and everything like that to take out a bunch of enemies. And the reason I say that is because a lot of games try and do that, but if you do the action, they make you feel like you screwed up the stealth. This game doesn't do that. If you go in and you do the action, it doesn't feel like you screwed up, like you made a mistake while trying to be stealthy. It feels like you tried to go in and do action. Now, maybe you did make a mistake while trying to be stealthy and you got spotted, so you have to do the action, but it doesn't feel like it's punishing you with action. It feels like that's just the way things went. And that was a very, very important distinction here. There's just a lot I can say about this game. It really is a great game. And Rocksteady just did an amazing job creating this game and the sequel. And actually, as of the time I am recording this, the third entry in the trilogy will actually be released next week. So by the time you're watching this, it'll already be out. And don't worry, I will get to it. But the first and second games in this trilogy, I've played them before. I kind of have a rough idea of what I'm doing, so I'm going to go through. The third game in this trilogy, you're going to see my first ever playthrough of it, so it's going to be kind of really exciting. Now, one other thing about these games is there are a lot of collectibles, mostly around the character of the Riddler. The Riddler has hidden like Riddler trophies or puzzles or things like that all over these games. There's lots of them. I am not going to be focusing on those. I've learned my lesson because that was like one of the major failing points of my Assassin's Creed Unity playthrough, was that there was too much collectibling in the videos I was publishing, and so I am going to not focus on the collectibles. Or if I do any collectible like side venturing, I'll either do something to make it interesting or I'll edit it out. So I'm going to be focusing mostly on the main story and leaving the collectibles to the side. There's some parts where you just run into a collectible as you're going through. I'll do those. Those are no problem. Now, the other thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, based on your feedback, I'm going to try and have a more present voiceover, commentary, reactions, things like that, than I have had in my previous playthroughs. I did it first experimenting with Limbo, and I'm continuing what I learned from doing it with Limbo into this here. So please give me feedback, let me know whether you like it, whether you don't, and I will see what I can do to accommodate it. So without any further ado, let's get into Batman Arkham Asylum by Rocksteady, alright? We are going to start a new game. We do want subtitles so that way you can, just in case for some reason you got it on low volume, you can get what's going on. Continue. And let's do it on normal difficulty because why not? Autosave. So they're obviously setting the tone pretty quickly with this cutscene.
Joker has been apprehended. Batman is now en route to Arkham Island.
I've got a bomb! Huh? All right. Hey, Sharpie. Love what you've done with the place.
That's Warden Shop to you. Bowles!
Yo, Frankie! How's the wife and kids? You miss me?
Shut it, clown! A lot of people here really want to talk to you.
Really? I don't mind walking. Not so tight, boys. You'll crease the suit.
Get that filthy degenerate out of here!
Warden, something's not right. I'm going with him.
Now this part is actually interactive, but I'm not going to talk.
Gordon here. Yes, sir. He's waiting for you down at patient handover. He got here just before you did.
Sharpie loves his cameras. Hey, Sharpie, you getting my good side? Ah, but they're all good, aren't they?
Just gonna invert the Y camera controls because I do things like that. I find it more natural. Now, this is like I said, this beginning section is actually interactive. Like I'm actually controlling the Batman now, but this is one of the great things about this game is how really awesome the writing is and the dialogue. It's actually really well written and really well acted. Like I said, the voice acting is just top notch in this game. So I'm not going to speak as much You heard me speak a lot in my Limbo playthrough because it was a silent game. This is not a silent game, so I am going to have a more present voiceover, but I am not going to be speaking anywhere near as much as I did in Limbo. So just a heads up there.
I want him securely locked away this time. Another escape and I will lose support from my own.
Look at all this new security. How's a guy supposed to break out of here?
New patient in the intensive treatment lobby. All non-essential staff to vacate the area.
Oh, it's always nice to return to my sweet little hacienda.
Scan initializing.
You know what? I prefer the good old cavity search. Much more personal.
Got a red light. Multiple prohibited items.
I want Joker searched again.
It's not the patient. It's...
Ooh, would you sneak in with your bats? Come on, tell me. Batarangs, bat claws, ooh, bat smacks.
Scan is green on Joker.
Open the gate. Get him out of there. I want weapons on him at all times. Do not let him out of your sight.
There'll be time enough for you later, Cash. Speaking of time, tick-tock. Is that a crocodile I hear? What's up, Doc? Pencil me in for tomorrow at 4. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Keep behind me. Hello, new patient. This is Quincy Sharp, Warden of Arkham Asylum.
Ooh, it's my favorite show. I'm Warden Idiot. You'll never escape.
Psychiatric Evaluation and Rehabilitation Center. Hey, it's Joe. Criminally insane. Situated on a small island.
Hear about Blackgate Prison?
Joe!
Shut up!
Don't catch you soon, boss.
Shut it
I'm
and
telling
keep
you,
moving.
the state of the wiring in these federal facilities is, well, it's shocking. My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
Just gotta check your prisoner, Officer Bowles.
Whatever, just be quick.
Only following procedure. Well, patient seems to be in satisfactory condition. Looks like he suffered minor lacerations, probably in the last 2 hours. There seems to be...
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
He's all yours. Get him out of here. He's good. Get the door open.
Alert in intensive treatment. Category 9 patient in transit. Pacification system active. Shoot to kill permissions granted.
You heard the lady. We got another psycho on the way.
Can you smell the excitement in the air? No? Must have been one of the guards then. Croco boy! Is that you?
Get ready. Keep your weapons trained on it at all times. What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down. Get that animal under control! A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. I'll rip you apart, eat your bones.
That reminds me, I really need to get me some new shoes.
Move up.
I love how they use this to set the atmosphere and introduce characters. Like, that was Killer Croc, by the way.
Okay. How come they let Batman pass?
Whee! Great night for a party!
Not where you're going.
The night is young, Bats. I still have a trick or two up my sleeve. I mean, don't you think it's a little bit funny how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
I thought I told you to stay quiet!
Oh, Frankie, you really should learn to keep that fat mouth of yours shut. It'll get you into trouble.
Tell me something. You've never let me catch you this easily. What are you really after?
Oh, nothing much. Hundreds dying in pain and fear. All their meaningless lives brought to a horrifying conclusion. All thanks to you and a book of matches. Was that the answer you wanted?
All patients should avoid contact with prisoners from Blackgate Prison facility. Their presence...
What's he doing? Stay where you are. Get a flashlight! Get a light on him!
Our institution is temporary.
What? Don't you trust me?
Our guest has arrived.
Classic Batman moment there.
Lower floors are now at level red alpha.
So, you're back. You killed 3 of my crew when you busted out of here.
Only 3? I'll be sure to try harder next time. What say we aim for 100?
Long night, Jim?
Joker invades City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams, the media, and you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a night.
Hopefully the last one we'll ever have with him.
Yeah, right.
Hold it there. Sorry, Batman. Arkham staff only.
I assure you, if anyone's qualified, it's...
Listen, I appreciate the assistance, but he'll unsettle the more violent inmates.
I think he's talking about you, Bats. Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here. Gotta say, it's good to be back.
You okay?
He surrendered almost without a fight. I don't like it.
At least he's back where he belongs.
Get up! Now!
Joker's loose. Alert the warden.
Hurry! We're leaving him The joke's on you. Ta-da! Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman! I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously! Now let's get this party started.
Ladies and maniacs, I apologize for this interruption to your regular entertainment. Up until a few seconds ago, I was going to kill everyone in the room and watch cartoons. But then, you know how I do love a captive audience. I'm just warming you up, Bats. Fresh from Blackgate Correctional Facility, with a combined sentence of 752 years. Ding, 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 ding. It's round 2. Sorry, Bats. Gotta run. I got places to go. The system's jammed. We're stuck in here. Joker's in full control of the security gates.
I'll find a way out. Gordon, try and contact the warden. Let him know what's happened. I'll be back.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Bats. I'm in control of the asylum. You're not going anywhere I don't want you to. Understand?
If you think I'll let you run...
Always with the hero speed. Ooh, I'm getting bored of watching you. Why don't you just come find me? You know it's a trap.
Of course it is.
So, I love, like I said, have I said it enough that I love the writing in this game and the voice acting? It's just brilliant. So that was obviously kind of like the combat tutorial of this game, and now they're kind of starting you around with the exploration. Now, this game is a little bit interesting in that it's the first, it's not very often nowadays you get games that don't have auto run. So like when you when you hold the analog stick forward, Batman doesn't run, he walks, and if I want to run I have to hold down the X key to run. And that's rather unusual for games nowadays. But I think it suits the Batman aesthetic. Now, this cell looks rather interesting. Look at all of these green question marks. And the word hell and a couple footprints on the wall, looks like. So this was probably almost definitely the Riddler's room at some point. Now, the game obviously wants me to go that way because that's the security gate that it opened, but there's one little grate over here. Now this is interesting because in this game you can actually tear these grates off the walls, like so. And explore. Now, that was an example of one of those collectibles I was telling you about. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of those, but every now and again you might see one. Now, before we go through the highly electrical looking thing, there's a door here. Now this is another one of those. These are what they call Joker teeth. This is kind of to teach you, this is the tutorial for how to use your Batarang. And like how they lock on. Missed. There we go. Now you notice with every enemy that I defeat, I get these bats flying out of the enemy towards me, and that's basically the representation of this game's experience points. And it's also how you heal your health in this game, right? So this is a game where, obviously the bad guys can hit you, and you lose health as you get hit, and the way you regain health is you defeat bad guys. If you run out of health, obviously it's game over. You actually get a really amusing little anecdote from the villain currently relevant to you, and then you get to try again. So let's go through the electricity.
Joker's been busy. These poor guards never stood a chance.
All patients should take their medication at the prescribed times each and every day. Prescribed doses must...
Warning. Security breach in level B3. Warning. Security breach in level B2. Warning. Security breach in level B8. Warning. Security breach in level B1. Warning. Security breach in level B6. Warning. Security breach in level B4. Warning. Security breach in level B3. Warning. Security breach in level B2. Warning. Security breach in level B8. Warning. Security breach in level B1.
So you notice how they use like little subtle design elements. Like there's this line on the floor in the hallway with arrows pointing us in the direction we've been going, and the line turns left. So that's their way of telling you that they want you to go left. But of course, any gamer worth his salt knows that if the game wants you to go left, you first go right, in case there's something over there that might be useful.
Oracle, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Joker's escaped custody. He's running free in Arkham.
Do you need anything? Is my dad still there?
Commissioner Gordon is safe. Joker's not far ahead. I'll stay in contact.
Well, I guess I was wrong. I guess the game wants me to go that way, so at first I'm going to go to the left. See what's over here.
Hey, Batman! Over here! What happened?
Joker happened. You're lucky to be alive.
He must have gone this way. Door's jammed. I'll try and get it open.
We need help in pacification. I repeat, we need backup in pacification. Can anyone hear this?
Can you hear me? I'm with Batman. Hello?
Where are they?
Back down there. Do you need help?
No. I work better alone.
Zsasz is free! Oh God, he's got Mike!
Franklin, can you hear me? If you can, help's on the way.
So once again, another character introduction. Yeah, I think they wanted you to go this way first and then get turned back. And of course, they've introduced Victor Zsasz, another one of the classic Batman villains. See, they're doing just such a great job of building this all up for you.
Put the trigger down, Zsasz!
Thank God. It's Zsasz. He's got Mike. He's strapped in the chair. Zsasz has totally lost it.
Wait here.
You can't. He'll kill Mike if he sees anyone trying to get close.
He won't see me.
I see anything that looks even a little bit like a bat, and this guard dies. Do you hear me? Look at the pig eye. How many times do you need to be told? Keep away, or this little piggy fries. Please, you've got to save him.
Think about what you're doing, Zsasz!
So, more mood setting, more atmosphere setting.
This is disgraceful. How did a patient like Victor get free?
We'll worry about that later, Doctor.
He wants to kill the guard, you know. He needs to kill the guard.
Zsasz has got my buddy. He's gonna fry him. Do something, please.
Keep him occupied. I need to get behind him. I've got to get close enough to Zsasz to strike.
He'll see me coming on the ground, so I'll stay up high.
And this introduces the game mechanic, which is called Detective Mode.
These old gargoyles should be able to support my weight if I grapple up to them.
Now, Detective Mode's really interesting because you may notice I've got X-ray visions of like the guards. I've got Zsasz and the guard down there. I've got things like the gargoyles are highlighted. So it's a really interesting mechanic that they've got to kind of highlight and let you survey a scene and point out really interesting things. So. But of course, sometimes it makes it difficult to see your environment and things like that, so you don't always want to be in detective mode. So, let's get up to the gargoyles. And again, a new mechanic introduced. So introducing the mechanic of the gargoyles and the glide kick.
Zsasz is down, but not for long. Got to get closer.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
And of course the ground takedown.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform? Pretty hot, huh? Oh, I got something to show you. 1 second, B-Man. I'm now subbing for the old man. Old Sharp has never been happier. In case you ain't figured it out, today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
You have one chance to surrender, Quinn.
Tempting, Bats, but no dice. Now the inmates are running the asylum. Well, technically the Joker's goons shipped in from Blackgate, but you get the idea. Bye-bye for now.
Batman, you picking this up?
Oracle, I'm here.
Arkham Asylum just vanished off the network.
He's in control of the security system. He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done. All police feeds are reporting he's placed bombs all over Gotham. Says he'll detonate them if anyone sets foot on Arkham Island. It's being suppressed at the moment, but the story will break any time now.
He's lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away.
How do you know?
I know him.
The room's locked down. I can't open the gate. We're trapped in here.
Try the radio. Control should be able to shut down the gate.
Harley thinks she has me trapped in this chamber. She never was very bright.
So introduction of a couple new characters. Well, sort of. We've seen them before, but again, kind of a more in-depth conversation with a couple characters. Harley Quinn, being obviously the partner to Joker.
I should scan the room. Look for an exit.
As well as Oracle, who, for those who are not familiar, Oracle used to be Batgirl, a.k.a. Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's daughter, before the Joker paralyzed her from the waist down, so she's now wheelchair-bound, and took on the name Oracle, and basically is like the hacker slash computer specialist for Batman, assistant, sidekick. With that, however, I think this is probably a good place to stop the first episode. So why don't we call it a night? Call it an episode there, and I'll see you next time. All right.